Good afternoon. Fade to Black breaking news for this Thursday, June 5th, 2025. This is all of the news that you need. I'm Jimmy Church. All right, this week on Fade to Black, we're closing out the week this evening. Another great week here on Fade to Black. Monday night, we had Dr. Simeon Hine with us talking about cold fusion and how it explains everything. Tuesday night, Hugh Neumann was here, Gobekli and Karahan Tepe. Last night, Trey Hudson was with us. We talked about the meadow and its high strangeness. And tonight, Dale Graff joins us for the Psi Field, Precog Dreams. All right, I have two major events coming up in a couple of weeks. I am heading down, 10 days actually, heading down to Peru with Brian Forrester for the Inca celebration of the sun, the winter solstice, and that's going to carry on with me until the end of June. But I'm back for the PSI Games August 1st through the 3rd, 2025 in Charlottesville, Virginia. The links for everything are below. All right, let's get this cracking. On this day in history, 1956, on the Milton Berle Show, Elvis put every part of his body into a scandalous performance of Hound Dog. Yeah, it was amazing. Here's your fader fact. It would take 19 minutes to fall to the center of the earth. And that is your fader fact. I don't know if anybody's tried, but that's what they say. All right, let's get to the breaking news. Mission controllers still have no contact with Japan's iSpace Resilient lunar lander that attempted a moon landing just before our live news broadcast at around 3:17 p.m. Eastern Time. On the live stream, which I watched, iSpace said, and I quote, "We will continuously attempt to communicate with the lander." Then they stopped the stream. I watched the entirety of it, and as the telemetry showed a very close approach, everything went blank on the telemetry. The numbers disappeared at landing time. And they said, well, this is normal. And I'm thinking to myself, no, that's not normal. So right now, things are not looking good. But hopefully things are going to resolve, and I will keep you posted. All right, moving on. The Washington Post is building an AI tool designed to let underqualified writers, that's right, publish content. Since April, they have been secretly building a program known as Ripple. The new program will employ an AI writing coach called Ember, designed for non-professionals to get their stuff published. Right. WAPO says that a human editor will review the AI content before publication and that it wouldn't be entirely generated by AI. Yeah, right. Okay, moving on. WAPO. On May 22nd, the Wendelstein 7X set new performance records in nuclear fusion. It's the world's most powerful nuclear fusion stellarator. Wendelstein 7X achieved, among other milestones, a world record in a key parameter of fusion physics, the triple product. And it did this for 43 seconds. This value now exceeds previous tokamak records for long plasma durations. This is big news, and I will keep you posted. Could fusion energy be right around the corner? According to a paper under review for the journal Astronomy and Astrophysics, there's a population of asteroids lurking around Venus that could pose a threat to Earth. Yeah, these large Venus co-orbital asteroids are hidden by the sun's glare and only visible during narrow observation windows. Now, check this out. The upcoming Vera Rubin Observatory, expected to begin operations in July of 2025, may help catch some of them. And it's right next door. My advice, don't look up. Peru has decided to shrink its archaeological park for the Nazca Lines by around 42%, an area roughly the size of 1,400 soccer fields. Peru says the adjustment was based on updated archaeological studies and does not affect the UNESCO World Heritage designation or its buffer zone. Now, I'm going to be at Nazca here in a few days. The ministry said that it remains committed to preserving the site's cultural heritage through regulated management. 42% is a big chunk. And I think a lot of this is centered around money and mining. Again, I'll keep you posted. And finally, I'll leave you with this. The original cast of Back to the Future has reunited, and not for a reboot, but to help locate a piece of movie history that went missing about 40 years ago. The hunt is now underway for the cherry red Gibson ES345 guitar, which was played by Michael J. Fox in the 1985 movie as part of the pivotal Enchantment Under the Sea school dance scene. Yeah, it was iconic. Filmmakers tried to locate the instrument during production of the 1989 sequel, but they were unsuccessful. Now, what's going on here? Well, in a video released by Gibson yesterday, Fox, Christopher Lloyd, Leah Thompson, and Harry Waters Jr. made a plea to fans and collectors to help them track down the instrument. Now, I ask you, how is this possible? Gibson has also launched a tip line that you can call and is producing a documentary, Lost to the Future, exploring their hunt for the guitar. I mean, how could the 345 be lost? It seems that it would be proudly displayed by someone. There is a huge bragging rights here. Or was it stolen? Somebody needs to speak up. Somebody needs to rat somebody out. Seriously. All right, there you go. There's all the Fade to Black breaking news that you need for this Thursday, June 5th, 2025. Fade to Black breaking news is produced by Renee Neumann. I'm Jimmy Church. I want to remind everybody that tonight on the show, Dale Graff joins us, and we are going to be talking about precog dreams. I know that you've had them. I have. But for now, you know what I'm going to precog? Go Backley Tappy.